What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q here from Retro Q Gaming, and let me jump right to the point here. I want to introduce you to the newest addition and newest upgrade to our retro gaming setup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children and audiophiles of all ages, we have our new speaker system. That's right. We have a new audio upgrade, one that has been a long time coming, especially after just over a year since our first proper visual upgrade. Now we have some high quality audio just to go with it. Because we all know when I crawl, I come correct. So let's talk a little bit about this upgrade we've done here before we get into the lore and backstory of it. AKA before what everyone clicks away. So what we have now are two new additions. We have a stereo bookshelf speaker system, a 2.0 speaker system, and we have a stereo amplifier. Now, first off, that amplifier is a Marantz PM5005, a stereo amplifier with an RMS output of 40 watts. That is 40 watts per channel. So it's a decent amplifier. Marantz is a very good brand. And feature-wise and feature set and connectivity has me happy for this. Because really, I just need it for stereo use. Because all my retro games, I'm going to be playing my OG Xbox, my PS2, my PS1, my old Sega consoles, my old Nintendo consoles. They all output stereo sound. And thankfully, the connectors I have and the cables and all as well, they have a stereo RCA breakout from the BCN connectors. They all plug right into the back of that amplifier and allows me to pass the signal on to the speakers, which we'll get in a moment. But overall, it's looking good for the amplifier. Sure, it's not top of the line, it's some good mid-range stuff, which is exactly what I need for this setup. Now, what kind of speakers are they powering, you might be wondering? Well, we have some Dali Spectre 2s in gorgeous black ash. Now, I'm not overly familiar with Dali as a speaker company. However, I've talked to some people that are, and they have highly recommended them. This, coupled with online reviews and whatnot of both the individual speakers and the brand in general, left me pretty reassured that this was a good choice to make. And overall, I am absolutely happy with it. Even though it doesn't have a dedicated subwoofer and it is a 2.0 system, the bass is good, the lows are good, I guess they technically are close enough to the same thing. Your mids are good, your high range is good, and most importantly, to me at least anyway, not only is the quality there, it's all crystal clear. You're not getting any muffled audio, you're not getting any distortion between the highs, the lows, and the mids as they go off at the same time. They sound great, which is a very, very important thing for me. And this is the perfect upgrade to come at this time, simply because I'm finally rolling slowly back into the big retro playing. And that's, of course, very important because as anyone who's been here for a long time knows, at the end of 2018, I basically put retro gaming and retro collecting, or rather I should say retro buying and retro collecting, on indefinite hiatus. It was gone for at least a year. I was planning on coming back in early 2020. However, here we are 2 years after I originally made that decision, and I've only bought two things as upgrades. They weren't even games. At the end of 2019, I bought the PVM, which was my significant video upgrade, and now here we are a year later at the end of 2020, finally adding the audio upgrade. Now, why is this all so important? Well, there's two reasons. One, with the situation that I was using for all of this and how I was playing games previously on the CRT, it actually only has a mono speaker, which is a big no-no for me. So typically what I do is when I was playing on there, I would be using headphones. Now, of course, naturally, it is your boy Q here, so they were very high quality, high-end headphones. So I did get great sound and great quality from it. However, I don't like to experience stuff like that. Back in the day when developers were making these games, they were likely using reference quality video and reference quality studio monitors in both speakers and video. So now, thanks to all of this, I can get somewhat close to the game being played and presented and experienced as it's originally intended, or as it was originally designed. And just as one other quick little aside that really kind of irked me on a personal level, is I've spent many years, granted they were several years ago, but I spent many years in high-end audio and high-end video. And one of the things that absolutely irks me in every way, shape, and form, even since then, to this day, both personally and professionally, from people I know and people I just used to work with and people I had to interact with and all, was people's absolute neglect of audio. You had people buying high-end TVs. You had people buying OLEDs. People with Blu-ray players when they were new. People with 4K Blu-ray players. And then they would go and use the built-in sound system, or should I say built-in stereo speakers on the TV. Or they would pair it with some €99 cheap, no-name, no-branded thing from their local supermarket. Or what is even possibly the most egregious audio offense to me at all, is these people would use a soundbar. I don't care if it's a Bose soundbar you have. I don't care if it's a Bang & Olufsen one. I don't care if it's Sonos or any other brand. If you're using a soundbar, no, I believe you are doing it wrong. And the fact that I almost fell victim and succumbed to it for so long is a grave, grave insult within itself. But anyway, now that this gorgeous setup is ready and good to go, it's time to jump right back into some retro games. And I know, with my quality, my beliefs, my principles, my purchases, my setup, on both an ocular front and an aural front, I'm in for a good time.